Hey everybody, Albert Leonardo here. In this video, I want to talk about when to run PPE, CTW, and WC ads in one example of case study in order for you to have deeper understanding on when to run these three types of ads. Now, for example, in this case study, I have a product idea, right? I have a t-shirt design. Then this t-shirt, I can put it on my website and description, and then there's a buy button here. Now the question is which ad type to run, right? I want to sell this t-shirt. Now, which type of ads out of these three that I should run? Now a little information is that I have put my Facebook pixel code here on this page, right? Because I want to track the visitors. I want to track the view content event, add to cart, and purchase event. So I have installed my pixel here. Now, about this question, which ad type to run? According to what we have discussed, since the website has only one single button, one single call to action, we should run WC ad, right? But the question is, if you have new account and you have just started your campaign, do you already have, alright, this is wrong grammar, I'm not sure why I wrote that. So what I mean is that, do you already have your code pixel? So what does it mean by code pixel? So every time there's a visitors or there's a view content, add to cart, or every time there's a purchase, your pixel will be triggered. So the more your pixel triggered, the more cooked it is. So this is the definition of cook. So cook means your pixel is triggered a lot of times. Okay, so the more cooked the pixel, the better performance of your WC ads. But if you have no pixel data yet, you will have no effective WC ads, right? This is in Facebook words itself. You will get the best result when optimizing for conversion events that occur at least 15 to 25 per week. So it says you will get the best result. It doesn't mean that if you have no pixel, you won't get result at all with WC ad, but it's just not effective. You might or might not get result. So the way I do it is I won't start right away with WC ads, even though my purpose is to send traffic to buy here, right? I will start with PPE or CTW first. Let me explain why. Now PPE is when we want to focus on the post engagement, and CTW when we're going to focus on the click to website. Now the question is which of these two we're going to run if we want to sell a t-shirt on our site. Now let's compare between these two. If you run PPE, you will get a lot of engagement, but you will get less click. Alright, but if you run CTW, you get a lot of click, but you have less engagement. Let's compare more in detail. If you have lots of engagement, you will be able to collect opinions about your product. So it means that you need to run PPE if you still want to run the survey phase to your product. You still want to have people opinion about your product. You start with PPE. But you run CTW if you are sure already about your product. I mean, you don't need any opinion about it. You can directly run click to website ads to collect pixel data, right? Because you can only trigger your pixel if there is traffic to your site, right? If there's click. But if there are a lot of engagement, but no clicks, right? No clicks means no traffic to your site, means no pixel trigger. The reason we want to run CTW is to gradually collect pixel data so that Facebook can leverage on this pixel data to optimize your campaign better. So this is how I picture this of when to run which ads. So this is the starting. If you want to run product survey, you start with PPE. Right? If you are sure with the product and you want to directly run traffic, you can start with CTW. So CTW is when you start collecting pixel data, right? Although you will still get more or less traffic from here, once again depending on your product and your copywriting. If you can persuade people to go to your link, you will gain traffic as well from the PPE, right? But we just make it simple. If you run CTW, you will surely get a lot of traffic compared to PPE, and that's why I put it here. This is where you start collecting your pixel data. Right? Once you are Once you have collected enough pixel data, which according to Facebook itself is to have at least 15 to 25 conversion events occur per week, then you can start running your WC ads, and at this time your ads will optimize effectively for the buyers or the converters, right? Again, sales can happen starting from here, right? It doesn't mean that sales won't happen here. It always depends on your product, or sales might happen here, right? But this is the ads that we want to run to leverage on Facebook optimization for the pixel. Another benefit of running click-to-website compared to page post engagement is that it's easier to calculate metrics. So for example, if you want to measure your conversion rate on your web page, right, it's better for you to run click-to-website. Because why? With this type of ads, you will have consistent amount of clicks depending on your budget. But because the goal here is very clear, right? The goal here is to get traffic, so that's what Facebook gives you. Now, if you have consistent traffic coming in, it's easier for you to calculate the metrics. You can easily calculate the conversion rate on your web page. But if you run PPE ads, the goal here is to find engagement. Now, the problem is that some people will click and go to your site and some people don't. So it's a bit difficult for you to measure some metrics that you want to measure. Because why? Because virality is difficult to measure. So this is one point here for you to ponder upon when you want to decide between these two ads. After you have gained enough traffic to your site, you must have collected some pixel data, whether it's website visitors, view content, add to cart, or purchase event. Usually you start getting pixel data from here, right? And then gradually this getting more, and this getting more. So when you have enough pixel data, then you can run WC ads, right? Optimizing for one of these events. I have one video especially discussed about these WC ads and when to optimize for these events. But for now, you just need to remember that whenever you have collected enough pixel data, that's when you start running WC ads. Another question. Next, if I want to sell another t-shirt to the same niche, right? Can I start directly with WC ads since I have already pixel data, right, on my ads account? So the answer is yes, you can. Okay, so how I do it? I am having an account running to one niche. So if I have new t-shirt design, I don't go with this route, PPE, CTW, and WC. I can start directly with WC because my account, the pixel is triggered to the same niche. Even though it's coming from other designs, but it's still on the same niche, right? They are basically the same people. So I can directly run WC ads. Unless I'm not sure about this new design, I will run PPE to survey first. But if I'm already sure with my design, I directly run WC ads to sell.